Phobias. The most unique phobias in the world. Atlophobia. Atlophobia, quite simply put, is a fear of imperfection. It's like perfectionism, but taken to the extreme. Persons suffering from this psychological disorder may often be depressed when their perceived expectations do not match reality. The person makes a goal which he considers as perfect. Unfortunately, that goal cannot be reached. This makes that person miserable and he loses more self-confidence, strengthening his belief that he can never do anything correctly. Causes. It seems that the environmental factors and the conditioning to which the person is exposed to during their development can lead to the appearance of atlophobia. TLDR, it's mostly associated with pushing on a child too much just so he would get the perfect grade. As a result of this mental illness, the person is unable to cope with other normal people of the society. So, next up on the list, catatrophobia. Catatrophobia, or more commonly known as spectrophobia, is a fear of mirrors and an anxiety about seeing one's own face reflected in them. Causes of spectrophobia. Most spectrophobic individuals are afraid that mirrors are connected with other worlds or that some evil beings live inside them. This fear originates from the time before modern advances. Back then, humans did not use mirrors. Rather, they saw their own reflections in still waters of lakes, rivers, etc. They often thought that it was their soul staring back at them. It was believed that shattering a mirror implies 7 years of bad luck. Many African tribes also associate reflections in dark still waters with death. They avoid looking in such waters as they fear that crocodiles or evil spirits can kill them by simply snapping away at their reflection and taking away their souls. In several cultures, children less than a year old are not shown a mirror due to the belief that they might die when shown their own reflection. Similarly, in certain cultures, mirrors in households where death has occurred are kept stored somewhere where the family members wouldn't see them, so that they do not see the dead person's reflection in the mirror, or they would die soon. Thus, mirrors have many superstitions associated with them. These superstitious beliefs can easily create fear of mirrors in young individuals. Now, I'll talk about phobias that aren't well researched, but I find them funny or interesting. Most of these phobias are caused by traumatic events at an early age, so if I don't mention anything, just know it's probably because I couldn't find any more info about them. Selenophobia. Selenophobia is the fear of the moon, or even darkness on a moonless night. Causes. Like many other phobias, selenophobia originates from painful experiences during childhood. There are also mythological reasons for the development of selenophobia, including believing that the moon is inhabited by evil creatures, as well as the belief that the full moon has the ability to transform people into werewolves. Trypophobia. Trypophobia is a fear or disgust of closely packed holes. Causes. Researchers hypothesize that it is the result of a biological revulsion that associates trypophobic shapes with danger or disease, and may therefore have an evolutionary basis. So, up next we got
Sesquipedalophobia.
Oh, thank you, Google lady. Or otherwise known as hippopotamontrosis squipedalophobia, is a fear of long words. It is sometimes caused by a traumatic experience at an early age, but it only accounts for a small minority suffering from it. The majority who suffer from this illness don't even know why they feel a discomfort when saying long words. The next one is sinistrophobia. Sinistrophobia is the fear of things at the left side or left-handed people. On the opposite side, we have dextrophobia. Dextrophobia is a morbid fear of things located on the right side or right-handed people. Consecutaliophobia. Consecutaliophobia is the persistent and irrational fear of chopsticks. To Western-style diners, eating with chopsticks can be challenging, but phobics will actively avoid eating in Asian restaurants because of the fear of having to use chopsticks. The next one is called euphobia. Euphobia is the fear of good news, or an ability to share in another person's happiness, and to enjoy any happiness of their own. Last but not least, litigophobia. Litigophobia is the fear of lawsuits. Your mind can create this fear seemingly without basis. So, what can we take away after watching this video? Firstly, phobias have pretty interesting names, but more importantly, that most phobias are completely irrational.